Version 1, the Blueblood, Greenwich, Connecticut. A smug, well-dressed aristocrat walks down the aisle, nose in the air, hair slicked back, bowing before his own reflection. This was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He wasn't a brawler. He wasn't a rebel. He was the exact opposite. A snobby Blueblood who believed he was better than everyone else. In a world of truckers, clowns, and cowboys, Triple H was refinement in a tuxedo. He'd curtsy before matches, wipe his hands after touching opponents, talk down to fans like they were peasants. He started slow, mid-card feuds with Henry O. Godwin, Duke Dries, and Ahmed Johnson. But under that polished exterior was a wrestler with something different. Composure, control, precision. The signs were there. Even back then, Hunter was studying the game he'd one day master. By 1996, he was on the rise, winning the Intercontinental title. The snob gimmick still lingered, but something was shifting. That aristocrat mask was starting to crack. And what came next would change wrestling forever. Version 2, the Degenerate, the Attitude Era. Cartoons were out. Chaos was in. Triple H, now just Hunter Hearst Helmsley, found rebellion and a new family. Alongside Shawn Michaels, Chyna, and Rick Rude, he formed D-Generation X. They were loud, rude, untouchable, crotch chops, spray paint, parodies. The phrase "suck it" became a cultural anthem. When Shawn left in '98, Triple H took over DX and made it even bigger. He added X-Pac, the Outlaws, and led the group to new heights. The rich boy was gone. The rebel leader had arrived. By winning King of the Ring in '97, Triple H proved he wasn't a sidekick anymore. He was the future. And soon, he'd become a game. Version 3, the game. The tone changes. The man changes. Triple H drops the frills and steps into his final form. The game. The cerebral assassin. Black trunks. Wet hair. Intensity in every motion. This wasn't about flash. It was about dominance. He turned on DX, aligned with Stephanie McMahon, and began his rise as WWE's top villain. By 2000, Triple H was the guy. WWF champion, leader of the McMahon-Helmsley regime, and the main event every night. His feuds defined the era. The Rock, Mick Foley, Kurt Angle, brutality mixed with storytelling. The street fight at Royal Rumble 2000. The Hell in a Cell at No Way Out. Two of the most violent, emotional matches of the Attitude Era. Triple H wasn't playing the game anymore. He was the game. Version 4, the Return of the King. Madison Square Garden. The game returns. Leather jacket, denim vest, Motorhead thundering through the arena. The crowd? Deafening. This was the babyface version of Triple H, the conquering hero. He wins the Royal Rumble, defeats Chris Jericho at WrestleMania X8, and proves he's not just a villain, he's a star. Version 5, the Ruthless Tyrant. A new era, a new title. Triple H becomes the first world heavyweight champion. And from 2002 to 2005, he turns that belt into his throne. Evolution is born. Ric Flair, Batista, Randy Orton. The past, the present, and the future. All serving one king. Triple H ruled Raw like a dictator. The Reign of Terror, fans called it. Every match, every promo, every feud, calculated. Shawn Michaels in a blood feud that spanned years. Goldberg, Kane, and finally Batista, the protege who dethroned the master at WrestleMania 21. Version 6, the Reforged Warrior. Evolution is over. Triple H looks inward. He reforms D-Generation X with Shawn Michaels. But this time it's fun. Comedy skits, Vince parodies, green glow sticks. Fans loved it. And through it all, by 2008, the jokes faded. The game returned. Battling Orton, Cena, Edge. Still carrying Raw on his back. Older, slower, sharper, more dangerous than ever. Version 7, the King of Kings. Triple H steps beyond the ring. But when he wrestled, it still mattered. The battles with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 27 and 28. The end of an era. Two men, symbols of the past, fighting to see who'd outlast time itself. Triple H lost, but the legacy didn't. It grew. He'd become something more than a character. A living monument to WWE's endurance. Version 8, The Authority. Best for business. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon step into the spotlight as the Authority. Corporate rulers of WWE. Cold, manipulative, relentless. They controlled Raw, punished rebels, and shaped the modern heel executive archetype. Daniel Bryan, The Shield, Roman Reigns. Every uprising, crushed by the Authority. But when the game returned to fight, he reminded everyone who built this kingdom. WrestleMania 30, Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. That entrance, the golden crown, the throne, the King of Kings personified. Version 9, the NXT architect. Behind the scenes, a new empire rose. NXT, Triple H's vision for the future. A wrestling-first brand. No cartoon gimmicks. No shortcuts. From 2014 onward, NXT became the black and gold beacon for wrestling purists. Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Sasha Banks. Each one handpicked, molded. A generation shaped in the game's image. He wasn't the villain anymore. He was the teacher, the builder, the mind behind the movement. Version 10, The Final Warrior. 2016 to now. Time catches everyone. Triple H's matches became rare. But when he stepped in the ring, it was an event. Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 32. Seth Rollins at 33. Batista at 35, a full circle ending. And then, silence. A heart condition ends his in-ring career. No big feud. No grand finale. At WrestleMania 38, he left his boots in the ring. From the Blueblood to the game. From rebel to ruler. From tyrant to teacher. Every version of Triple H tells the same story. A man obsessed with greatness. And in the end, whether you loved him or hated him, one thing's undeniable. He was that damn good.